Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros Sports Monday morning recap show. Right around 5 o'clock on the East Coast in the afternoon. So pretty close, a lot closer than we've been recently. Amped about that in every single way. What I'm not amped about, however, is the Hawks losing last night to the Milwaukee Bucks. It's not the homer in me, okay? I don't like losing to ugly people in sports whatsoever. Chris Middleton is the Sam Cassell, or you said the Willie McGee of basketball. Perfect analogy for that.
Willie McGee's former MVP of the National League.
Yeah. St. Louis Cardinals.
84 maybe?
Something like 82, 84, something like that.
Something. Looking at him makes me look at like a gym teacher on like YMCA, not like your normal gym teacher in like a suburban neighborhood, like it's got to be a YMCA, like a dirty, rundown YMCA. Chris Middleton,
the guy that plays in sweatpants.
Yes,
yeah.
With no underwear,
with a knee brace on.
Yeah, no underwear
and
too.
It's like sweating through the ass, and he's backing you down.
Yeah, I just the worst. That guy, it's buckets off of him. Sweating buckets over and over and over all game. Like, that guy's got a lather to him before the ball is even tipped.
Are you not going to address your chair right now?
That it's lower?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shrunk a little bit.
Just wondering.
Shrunk a little bit, and don't mind it.
Wait, did that
I feel
just
small
happen?
today. Yeah.
Like just now on the show?
Right now on the show, yeah.
Is this one of the new chairs, Giorgio?
No, Ross likes the old chairs, so
I like the old chairs.
He grabbed one of those.
I don't care. I don't care that Bob's higher than me. You deserve it, Bob. All right?
Thank you.
I lost yesterday. So, therefore, I get this chair. But as far as the way the Hawks played, the most frustrating thing about all of this, I want to see Trae Young versus Devin Booker in the finals. It looks like Devin Booker is going to hold up his end of the bargain here, but I don't think the Hawks will. How many games do you think this actually goes to? Spread is at 7.
It depends on
game
Trae Young.
on mybookie.com.
Trae Young can, if he's in the lineup, they can clearly they've already done it. They can beat this team.
Yes.
Right. And Giannis is all in his own head. He cannot hit free throws. He was 6 for 13 in the last game. And free throws, that crowd in Atlanta especially is all in his head. Right. And they got to play at least 2 more games there. But if Trae Young's not in the lineup, it goes however many games left that the Milwaukee Bucks need to win.
Just
because
means
they will
more
not
shots for Kevin Huerter.
Yeah, they won't win another game if Trae Young's not in the lineup. We'll see.
I think I said Bucks in 5. I felt like the Bucks were just too fucking good. Obviously, Young being out doesn't count in terms of like the Bucks being too fucking good. But fuck, dude. I mean, Milwaukee. I feel like they got ambushed in game 1 because they didn't realize how good the Hawks were, and now they're kind of just on their shit again.
It's hard to win games in the playoffs where points are at a premium. Defenses are tougher, even shitty defenses like Atlanta has. When your highest usage rate guy can't hit free throws, right? It's tough. Shaq is a better free throw shooter than Giannis is in these playoffs,
which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's all in his head too. So if you're out there and you're wondering if he's ever going to be the quote best player in basketball, and there's a debate going on whether it's Durant now and not LeBron anymore, blah blah blah, whatever. But
didn't he say it was Durant? Like Giannis said it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And
he took shit for it.
He's right.
He's
to be
right.
honest. But
'Cause he's
it's certainly not
self-aware.
him. It'll never be Giannis Antetokounmpo ever. He will never be the best player because those guys who end up being the best player in the league for 5, 10 years in a row or whatever it is, they've got whatever it is that makes you operate in clutch time. Say what you want about LeBron and some of the stupid shit he's done over the years and said, in clutch time, he's one of the better performers, particularly in the playoffs. He's very good at that stuff.
That's true. When the Hawks win in 7, Kevin Huerter is going to be your best player in basketball. Yeah.
Man, I hope so. I really want to see that matchup. Not only like as a Hawks fan, obviously, but
it's just exciting to see
Yes.
guys dropping threes on each other. Like that series between that last like 3 minutes of the Warriors Cavs game 7 where Kyrie hit that shot. That was, I mean, I fucking hated the ending. I was pissed because I'm a Warriors fan. But
yeah.
it's like one of the most exciting 5 minutes of basketball I've ever watched in my life. Right.
That was a lot of missed shots, though.
A lot
They
of
didn't
them,
score a lot of points in those last.
It
like, 10
was, but
minutes.
you know that these are premier shooters,
And
they're
somebody
all out
was
there.
going to
Somebody's
step
gonna
up.
hit it
Yeah.
at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
If we're going to mention missed shots, can we talk about the fourth quarter of the Suns-Clippers games?
What that game? So I bet heavily on that. I bet $2 grand.
We can
on
talk
that
about how Paul George is made out of fucking candy. How about that?
Well, I think they scored.
Like,
both
did
teams
he-
scored what 12 points
Yeah.
total.
That-
Like
but he's,
yeah.
he's not tough at all.
like
Yeah.
12. It was
Like
12,
mentally
12 in the
tough.
fourth.
You can't be in the conversation for one of the best like top 5 players in the leagues if you can't make free throws and hit shots when it matters. I mean, even Shaq under all that pressure, still didn't he shoot like 70% from free throw in the playoffs, like higher than he did in the regular season?
I think it was in the 60s,
me
maybe
check.
low 70s.
That's just what playoff P does, though. You know.
Oh boy,
Playoff
Don't, I'm not even gonna go down
he doesn't
that fucking road.
He doesn't get that nickname
No,
unless it's a joke.
he's fine as a compliment to somebody else, but the problem is he's complimenting a guy who's out. So Kawhi Leonard is
Well, yeah, he's complimenting Terrence Mann.
yeah. Well, now, but with Kawhi out and not coming back at all, I don't know why ESPN or every single sports writer has overlooked this. It's been 6 games now. He's not playing for the rest of the year. What are we hiding? And what are we going to pretend that he's coming back for? Like, I don't
It's an
understand.
ACL injury.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Come
know.
back
It's
from
not
the
like
ACL.
a controversial injury. It's like, oh, his knee's fucking hurt.
But
or
they
whatever.
keep cutting away to him in the fucking skybox with his kids dicking around. And I'm like, he's done. He's not coming back. Like, a guy doesn't come down from the skybox and be like, I feel great today. Let's play.
He might like Owen Hart on a wire.
Yeah, but Owen Hart didn't quite make it. Well, he made it, I suppose, just not in the way he wanted to.
RIP, obviously.
Yeah.
That's Owen Hart. But, look, Suns are in. I think they're in tonight. What is it, minus 245 for the money line tonight?
Yeah.
Like that,
On
yeah.
mybookie.com. By the way, promo code Drinkin Bros will half your deposit. So
They're giving up 5.5 points too. So if you're thinking of betting that money line, I would look into it, to be honest. I think the Clippers, once they realize they're about to lose the series, are going to collapse even further.
They might get smoked.
tonight,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Take an alt line. See if the Suns minus like 10.
Yeah.
See what that is. Minus 9.5, whatever.
Oof.
Double digits.
I like
they win
it.
by 20. Fuck it.
Yeah. They could.
Run them off the court.
The hilarious thing is this is one of the smallest over-unders I've seen of the playoffs. It is minus 212.5 tonight. I have not seen an over-under that low the entire playoffs, but that last game you and I were
So bad.
watching, it was the worst fucking game of all time. So I don't know what's going to happen regarding that, but I have a feeling the Suns finish this out and wipe them tonight. It's in Phoenix. They don't want to go back to L.A.
Crowd's gonna be fucking hyped.
Oh, my God.
The crowd's gonna be out of control.
I was trying to think, when's the last time they went? When Barkley was
Yep.
playing?
The last time they won the conference finals was Barkley, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
93.
And Phoenix,
And
they got that World
The
Series.
Suns got whipped. They went. It was 5-1 versus the Bulls in that finals, right?
4-1.
I think, or 4-1. Yeah, I think it was 5 games.
And
Right?
they got kind of boned in the Western Conference Finals when with Steve Nash and
Yeah.
that
Yeah, it was
squad.
like 2002 or
like
some
they
shit.
left the bench or whatever, and a bunch
Yeah.
of their players got suspended for
Yeah.
the fight.
It's fucking
Yeah,
dumb.
yeah. Trash.
So we'll see what happens. Look, I think you have to go all in on the Suns tonight. Trust that they're going to win. And then who do they play becomes the question. The shitty thing for me is with Giannis, the way he was shooting free throws last night, you needed a guy to come up and fucking score 40, and it happened to be Chris Middleton, and they were fucked. Trae Young stepping on a referee and spraining his ankle was an all-time Atlanta move. I don't know that they can win. There's just too many. Even when Middleton is down, Bledsoe looks good.
Drew Holiday.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry, Drew Holiday, not Bledsoe. Who's the exact same player, but
No, it's not.
Yes, they
He's
are.
much better than Eric
all of
Bledsoe.
them are even just fucking basic dudes who just kind of show up here and there, and you're like, oh yeah, I know that guy, but I really don't give a shit.
They're both like, it's like just a scrappy guard, but are they like scrappy offensively or scrappy defensively? It's just that kind of like.
Victor Oladipo. None of
Come
these
off
guys
the
are
bench,
sexy.
dude.
You got to stop sleeping on Middleton. I know he's ugly, but
It is. We talked about this last week.
His
so
everything,
ugly.
everything, shooting percentage, fucking 3-point percentage, and total points per game up in the playoffs. That is usually not the case. Usually it's 2 or 3 points less in the playoffs than you get in the regular season because points again are at a premium. He is lighting it up.
Man, imagine if he looked like Ben Simmons.
Oh my God,
No.
he'd be married to a Kardashian.
Yeah.
It's legitimately, it's because he's an ugly dude playing on a small market team.
Yes.
That's fucking it.
Yep.
And he is also like, I forget how old he is, but I do remember him at A&M back in the day. Like, he doesn't care about like social media really or anything. Like, he doesn't do anything to help himself in terms of being interesting or anything. Like, that guy just wants to go and play basketball, and then I don't know.
And go
I don't know
home.
what I don't even know anything else.
I know
just go
nothing
home.
about him. I just assume he's like Randy Moss, where he just goes and fishes in the off season.
Yeah.
Because he went to A&M or something.
Yeah,
He's like a redneck.
Yeah.
I heard him speak last night. He was very well spoken. It's the first time I've ever heard him speak. Very well spoken, nice guy, but you can tell he plays basketball and goes home. That's it. He doesn't do anything else. Clearly doesn't believe in retainers or braces or anything like that. Like,
Right.
I had buck teeth like that as a child. I did, Bob.
Oof.
And it's okay to get braces and admit you need braces. All right. They
Could
call
have
me.
been-
They call
could
me
have been-
Bucky 2000.
They could have been socioeconomic reasons for him. There's no point now, I guess. But yeah, like I don't know if he could have afforded braces growing up. I don't know what his life story is.
Yeah, and
Bobby's
you don't want
not-
to be
he's-
the 40-year-old dude with braces.
Yeah, dude, he's 40 years old
That's
right now.
true. What's worse at that point, having the braces or weird teeth as an
The
adult?
braces are a fun, flirty thing where it's just like, oh my gosh,
Can we-
dating a younger guy would help him look younger.
Can we all just admit, or agree rather, that Giannis is weak?
Weak?
No, I think he's
I
self-aware.
think he's mentally weak.
I don't agree with that.
I
First
don't
off,
either.
he's in the conference finals. He's on the cusp potentially.
Two-time MVP.
Yeah.
And he would have gotten at this point in his career, like Durant has a couple championships, but on loaded teams, like obscene teams. Giannis could very well win a championship this year where he is not only the alpha, but like the clear best player on a team where
He might be the clear best player, but in the series, he hasn't been the clear best performer.
No, it's been just the Trae Young show. but-
He's shooting 65.4% in this series so far, and that's good for him, by the way.
from the floor, from free throw.
free
From free throw
Okay.
line.
Yeah.
He's against Brooklyn, which went 7 games, and where he shot a lot more free throws, 42.5%, 25 points off his season average. That's mental weakness.
See, I respect the troops, and I think Giannis is actually mentally strong.
He's a troop of some sort.
Yeah, he was a troop in Greece.
Yeah, it
Good for
was,
him.
yeah.
They're known for fighting wars.
Yep.
3,000 fucking years ago. All right.
Well,
I
Pick
mean,
somebody
he-
that's won a war lately. They can't even keep their economy afloat. Fuck
For
those
what it's
guys.
worth, he's also averaging 29 points and 13 rebounds these playoffs.
yeah.
Yeah, but his
he does everything.
He's
usage
great.
usage and minutes are up, so that would be, you would expect that because he scores 28 points a game in the regular season.
Look,
right?
Giannis is great. His free throws are
He's
nuts.
definitely great. You can't have a usage rate that high. It's different when you're Shaquille O'Neal and most of your opportunities come with your back to the basket. That's way different, right?
Yeah.
He is a shot creator, and the fact that he can't fucking make free throws and he has a 36% usage rate on the floor, you can't do that. That's why the games they win and they look so good is when Middleton has 38 points and not when Giannis does.
So let me ask you this: if the Bucks end up in the finals, do the Suns win because of that?
I think the Suns have a big fucking problem, right? They're gonna have to play a zone probably on Giannis and have DeAndre Ayton square him up at the fucking at the rim, but have somebody else if he takes him out the perimeter. The problem is Giannis hasn't been able to hit those perimeter shots or even the mid-range jump shots so far. So you can take that chance.
Leave Ayton on the inside.
If
Yeah.
it worked, they could put Booker on Middleton, and that would cause a big problem for the Bucks. Frankly, I mean Booker's an excellent defender.
So Chris Paul's a great defender as well.
He is as well, and he might be able to handle Middleton. To be honest, you don't
Yeah.
know. The other side of that is though the Bucks they have pretty good defenders as well. Drew Holiday's a goddamn animal.
Yes.
He will fuck your whole day up.
Yep.
Not every day. I don't think he's as good as Patrick Beverly is at shutting one guy down, but he's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Right?
Beverly's more annoying.
So what do you do if you're the Bucks? Do you throw Drew Holiday? And this is presuming everything works out the way we think it will. Do you put Drew Holiday on Chris Paul to shut down the flow of their offense, or do you put him on Booker to make sure he doesn't blow
Booker.
up?
Booker.
But you put him on the young because how Chris Paul's not very flappable.
No,
Right.
he's not. Right?
Like
Yeah.
so put him on the kid. See if you can fuck with the kid.
I don't
the
think
broken
I don't
nose.
think
Yeah.
you can fuck
Yeah.
with Booker, to be honest.
Well, I don't know. He's
That
getting in
dude's-
his own head with the mask.
He's got it. So he broke his nose in
Took the
3
mask
spots.
off.
Threw the mask off. Did not look great. Like he just looks uncomfortable, and rightfully so. Basketball's a game where you've got a hand in your
Vision
face
matters, yeah.
all fucking day. And if you're worried about somebody touching that tender nose, you ever broken a nose?
Multiple
It
times.
is
Yeah.
fucking
Look at my nose.
sore as shit.
Get
right?
it shot up with lidocaine and move on with your life.
Well, we say that.
He
but
shot
mentally,
he didn't hit any threes in that last.
no,
game.
he didn't.
No,
Shot
he's not feeling
36%
it. That's what
for
I'm
the
saying.
floor.
They need to. They kind of need to win tonight. They need as much time off as possible between Paul just being old and Booker now being hurt in the face.
Well, they're going to get it one way or another unless Milwaukee sweeps the rest of the series. If Atlanta wins one more game, then they're going to get at least 2 days off, I think.
yeah, I mean they need to win tonight and be rooting for a 7-game series. In the
Yeah,
other series.
and here's the thing: if it was Hawks Suns because of the Booker injury, I would take the Hawks, but I just don't think the Hawks have enough firepower to get there over the Bucks. So
Yeah. The real question is, did Reggie Jackson earn a max deal with his playoff run?
probably from Philadelphia.
Yeah, hopefully not.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Someone's gonna pay like Reggie Jackson $20 million off this fucking playoffs.
Isn't Detroit looking to bring him over? I thought I heard a rumor
Again?
about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah,
I
again.
think so.
To what? Be behind Cade?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, I don't think.
Cade Cunningham?
Here's the other rumor I heard. I heard that Golden State is currently trying their best to leverage 7 and 14 for the number 1 pick. That's
For
what I heard.
Ben, right? Yeah. Yeah.
No, they're not.
What are
for
they?
Ben,
Who
no.
are they going to take number 1? Cade also? Where are they going to put him?
They're going to put Clay at 3, probably. That's what I would do.
Well, they definitely don't need a center.
No, they've been playing without a center for 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't need
that's-
Mobley.
They have
Mobley.
Wiseman.
Wiseman's all right.
But the thinking is the trade would be that. It would be Wiseman and the 2 picks for the number 1 pick.
Or you
which
just go, I mean, the old 76ers route, they just drafted 3 straight centers when they went
Yeah.
Nerlens Noel, they went Okafor, and then Embiid.
Smart.
Yeah, it worked
all
out.
the way
You
around.
just load up on big guys in the NBA. That's what you want in this current NBA.
Well, the
players.
rumor is that Simmons could be going to the Warriors. How amped would you be? That was going around this weekend.
No, we're
the,
bringing him back.
the parts
He's gonna
are
learn
there.
to shoot again.
The parts are there.
Well, he just needs to shoot with the right hand.
You think the Sixers are bringing Ben Simmons back?
Probably.
Really?
Because, like, we're going to sell him at his lowest. His lowest. There's no possible value that is lower than what he currently is. So, like, let him play.
I don't think that's true.
Earn back
though.
a little bit. He's
NBA,
usually-
NBA teams are fucking stupid. Reggie Jackson's going to get a fucking max.
Max
He
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
But Ben will play great again in the regular season, like he always does.
They
He'll
trade him midseason.
Yeah, he'll fool some team, and then hopefully Morey gets his ass out.
I do like that strategy better than doing it now. Yeah,
Yeah,
let
It's
him.
probably the better deal, to be honest. The problem is if you're trying to win next year and you're the Sixers, that's not the way to do it. Bringing a guy in midseason very rarely works. In baseball, it's worked a lot. Fred McGriff coming to the Braves worked.
Right.
I mean, goddamn Beltran going to the Astros that year.
You don't
fucking tore
you don't
it
need
up.
to learn anything
No,
when you
there's
go to
not,
a new
there's
team.
not a
really.
chemistry situation when you're fucking catching a fly ball and then tossing it into the infield.
Right.
But when you're making fucking 5 to 10 passes per possession out of a 100 possession game, that's a problem.
Yeah.
If you bring a guy in midseason, I think. But again, NBA teams are fucking stupid. They make dumb deals and midseason deals all the time. I don't know.
We
what
can
the
get a
fuck's gonna happen.
Bogdanovich or something. Like,
No, you're not.
What,
taking-
what's Herter?
one of the Bogdanoviches
What's Herter's
is
fucking value right now? Like he's a fucking
Boy.
he's probably a $20 million a year player if he plays like this next regular season and he does that again and then does it again in the playoffs.
hometown discount.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to do it in the playoffs. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay him.
But he is doing it in the playoffs. I'm
No,
saying
I mean next year.
Yeah,
like if they do it again next year and make sure that this isn't a fluke, because he's been amazing and truthfully, the
been
Hawks
good
wouldn't.
for years.
He's got
he
the
would not-
pedigree.
He's
but
also
he
22.
wouldn't. The Hawks wouldn't even be there without him.
Yeah, I know.
Kevin Herter. That's who we're talking about.
Kevon.
Yeah, Kevon.
So the story with Kevin Herter is all the black dudes on his team, when he has a good practice or a good game, they're like, yeah, you can play like a white. You're Kevon. You're Kevon. But when he plays like shit, they're like, you're Kevin today.
play like Kevin today.
Yeah, he played like Kevin today.
that's pretty
dude.
funny.
Yeah.
And it's also funny just to see what consistency from outside the stripe looks like because he's been pretty consistent, but it's not like his point totals are crazy, but he's hitting big shots.
Huge. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the NBA, not just the NBA, but all sports leagues do this, but they operate on like recency bias. Like, oh, this guy was good this year. He'll be good for the next 3. That's usually not how it works, right? That's why you have all these terrible back heavy fucking deals in
Yeah.
Major League Baseball. They suck.
Well, there was that one off season where literally like Mozgov got $64 million, Solomon Hill got $64 million
Solomon
because they're
Hill.
like the salary cap's going up, so these deals will just kind of balance itself
Yeah,
out.
when's the
It
salary
never
cap
does.
set to go up again for the NBA?
Never does. I don't know.
That is a great question,
probably
actually, because
22.
I believe the collective bargaining agreement is up next year. so.
Respect to Solomon
It
Hill
says-
though; he's playing in valuable minutes right now.
It's 3% per year, no more than 10% per year for the remainder of the current collective bargaining agreement. So
All right. Well, there's your fucking answer. We'll see. Anybody putting any money on this Suns game tonight? I'm going to take the money line just to do it. I think
Minus 235.
I think I'm going to go heavy though. I'm going to go a grande. I'm going to go throw an Ariana Grande on this.
yeah, I'm. I don't know about. I don't like betting NBA lines a ton, but I love DeAndre Ayton. 13 rebounds is the line on that right now. Just take it. Just take Ayton over.
What is it? What's the? What do we got points wise?
Points is actually pretty sketchy. I would smash the under on Booker. It's at 29.
Okay.
I don't like that I don't like broken nose Booker. I don't, dude. It's scary. I like Reggie Jackson points 20 is the over under at minus 130. So they kind of think the over is going to hit on that. And this is a type of game if they are getting blown out, Reggie's might be the only one scoring when Paul just takes a fucking break and decides not to do anything.
Probably just sits himself on the bench.
Yeah.
Or get a suite.
Yeah.
You know, right next
Goes
to
up with
Kawhi's.
Kawhi, yeah.
No, get one next to Kawhi's suite. I think that would be the move right there.
Those are the only points. Like I don't know. Like Ayton's at 18 and Paul's at 19. I don't know. Maybe I like the Paul over there. I don't know about Ayton. Ayton's the type of guy who could have a huge impact on a game while scoring like 8 points. So it's not. I don't like betting points on him at all. But I like the over on points for Reggie Jackson, and the over on rebounds for Ayton, and the under on points for Booker.
Okay.
The over on Booker for threes is at 1.5, but it's minus 175. I don't know if that's really worth. I mean, I would say that is an absolute guarantee, unless he gets injured early in the game.
Right.
But is it worth betting at minus 175? Probably not.
Also, if the Suns are blowing, if the Suns get out to a hot, and we think the Clippers quit like they might, that's going to skew a lot of things. I mean, their Booker's the first one coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want him playing.
No.
Is there an over-under on how many times the announcers mention how good of a leader Chris Paul is for this young Suns team?
Boy, probably 90. I'd say 90 in that one. Who's doing that game? Who's doing that series? Is it Reggie Miller?
No. It's
Is this one on ESPN or TNT?
it's Breen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Breen's all right. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not, then
This
that
game's
number
on.
would be higher.
Actually, this game's on ESPN.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it is, yeah.
So I don't know who's been doing their
I
stuff.
think it's Breen. It's Mike Breen.
Yeah.
Oh, and
you're right.
I'm actually seeing Booker 20. It's 26.5 on the over. I was to score at least is what I was looking at, but even still, I'll take the under. I'll take Booker under 25.
Broken nose Booker.
Yeah,
All right.
broke nose Booker.
I'm going money line on tonight's game. Hawks series. My bookie's got new odds out on this here. The favorite odds for the Hawks series is now 4 to $1 at minus 140. Man, sadly, I think that's probably going to happen. The Hawks might be able to get another one out of this. Bucks 4-2 is plus 290 in that one. The real money is Hawks and 6 at plus 2,500. So
That's not happening.
that's not happening.
What'd you say the Bucks and 6 was?
Bucks and 6 is plus 290.
Oh, I don't hate that. I think the Hawks, if Trey's healthy, could steal another game for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
If they don't win tomorrow night, though, that's all. It's fine.
Yeah, they're
It's a
probably not
5
going to go
game
win on the
series.
road.
No.
There's some other props from the Suns game tonight that I think are interesting, like most points head-to-head Devin Booker versus Paul George. Booker at plus 120. I think that might be a good bet because if he is healthy and shooting well, he's definitely going to score more than Chris Paul is. Like that, I don't think there's a question.
wait,
about
the Chris
that.
Paul or Paul George?
A lot of buffering, Giorgio.
Sorry, Paul George. Yeah, Booker will score more than George if he's healthy and getting normal possessions.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that.
So it's worth a fly if you think that PG is a paper hands. If he's weak, if he's 10 ply, whatever you want to call it, and I don't think that's a bad bet. I'm probably going to throw some change on that one.
You know what else is kind of a weird one that I don't hate? And this is another one that that my bookie thinks is going to happen, but they said it anyway. Luke Kennard over under 6.5 points. The over is minus 135. He's had a couple good scoring games this year.
Yeah.
And again, if the Clippers are getting dicked down or whatever, like Kennard's going to see the floor a lot more. Like he's going to get more minutes if the Suns are.
Or if anybody gets in foul trouble, either. There's a lot of
Yeah.
there's a lot of ways he could get into the game.
You want me to throw actual money, like American dollars, on Luke Kennard? Is what you're saying?
Go Duke, baby.
Oh, God damn it!
I just get excited when any of the white guys that people hate from Duke do well. It's just funny to me. Always.
Kennard.
So much so that JJ Redick is now like an NBA darling. That's like one of the most hated college basketball players of all time.
You can always come back. You can always work your way
I don't know
around.
if that one. What's that other kid's name? The one that tripped people a lot and
Grayson
Yeah,
Allen,
Grayson Allen.
who has gotten off to an okay start to his career.
For
like
sure,
he's
but people still
serviceable.
dislike him very
Yes.
much.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, he's going to have to go be a darling on 2 different franchises the way JJ Redick was before he
He's
gets
got to
wide.
get a sleeve tat.
Yeah.
People hated him
Moved to
on
Brooklyn.
One Tree Hill, though. And then he's obviously switched to the NBA, and that's where people they're coming around. They're coming around on that guy.
These are some of the parlays that I like. I just go look at plus 5,000 odds and see
Yeah, what do we got?
what kind of weird shit's on here. One of them is Devin Booker to have 35.7 assists, 9 rebounds, and Phoenix to win. It's at plus 5,200.
Phoenix to win and cover.
Cover, yeah, it's minus 5.5. Yeah. Let's see.
I wonder how much they'd let you bet
So
on
it's
that.
52 to 1 for
Yeah,
all those things to
52
happen.
to 1, yeah.
Yeah, and then Devin Booker to have. Well, hold on, that's not the one I wanted to read.
Actually, that's the one I want to bet. Then I'll throw $100
Well,
on that.
there's
just
a
to do
bunch.
it.
There's a bunch of these with different numbers. Paul George to have 40 points, 8 assists, and Reggie Jackson to have 6 threes, 8,100. So 81 to 1. There's a lot of wild ass shit in here. I'm just saying, dig into the parlays that start under like player head to head, right in that line, and they start at like below 10 to 1, and then they go all the way up to fucking over 50 to 1. There's a bunch of cool shit in here.
I want to follow something tonight because I think this game is going to be boring. That's the one I think I'm going to throw some cash on. I'll throw a hundo on that.
I don't know if they'll let you throw
35
Usually,
points.
usually those giant ones, it's something like
I'm on my bookie right now.
25 or
Let's
50.
fucking find out.
I mean, if Booker plays, I doubt he's going to get 9 rebounds with Ayton in the middle there. But again, if Ayton gets into foul
Has he
trouble or
gotten
something
9
like that,
rebounds at all this series?
I doubt it. I mean, he's
that would
not
be,
he's not really been healthy this series. I very much doubt that.
Booker was. I mean, he was fine until the nose broke.
Right, but he wasn't like
How many rebounds?
rebounds. Game 1, he had 13.
So it's possible.
And 11 assists. He had 40 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists in game 1. Or sorry,
now we're talking.
that was
here.
game
That's
1.
fine. All I need is it to have happened before. Now I'll do it.
It's probably not as aggressive with the broken nose, I'd imagine.
Right.
Trying to get those boards.
Yeah, they're gonna.
They're going to
there's
come
no
to
way.
him. I think they're going to come to him tonight.
A lot of long rebounds. I mean, I guess if the Clippers are chucking threes, like
Kennard's just bricking
If
threes.
they're behind,
dude.
if they're behind and they have to shoot a lot, there's a good chance that a 2-3 is going to get some
But
good rebounds.
Also,
like it. I like
devil's
it when I do
advocate
this.
right here. They blow the shit out of the Clippers and run him off the court, and then he doesn't play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this is a pretty good one. DeAndre Ayton to have 25 points and 3 assists, plus 2,300. It's 23 to 1. I think that's a good one because that, like Bob said, that guy can absolutely have an impact on the game without scoring a lot. But he also has that potential if things go the right way. If certain people are out or passes don't work out the way they're supposed to, or he gets offensive rebounds like he has in the past, to get easy fucking points. And if Booker starts hitting from 3 and they start trying to jam him up at the line, and all that does is open up Ayton on the fucking pick and roll with Paul. That's every single time they try to fucking double team Booker, DeAndre Ayton gets wide open layups.
By the way, I don't know if we have talked about this. I think this happened between this show and last show. That was one of the greatest final shots I've ever watched.
Which one? Oh yeah, that was great.
The valley oop, as they're calling it.
It's really interesting to see how many people who've watched basketball for years don't understand the rules.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was listening or reading people like, oh, it's a fucking, you know what I mean? Like, no, dude, it's. I think they should make it, if you're from behind the throw-in stripe inside your own half court, inside your offensive half court, if you're behind that line and you're throwing in over half court, you know what I mean? Like you call a timeout on the baseline after they score. You get moved up to in between the half court line and that stripe right there. That's about 32 feet, I think. If you can fucking throw it in from there, 4 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give us some big 3 action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
4-point line.
hilarious.
So do
To be
I.
honest, and there's only a couple of guys in the entire. So instead of
There's no jump.
instead of big guys or whomever your best passer is throwing it in, right? You have a guy that can actually make that shot. But what are the other rules? Do you put, like, for example, would you put Ayton guarding the free throw guy or the guy throwing it in, and can he block the shot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or is it just a free throw?
Now, if they do implement that, how quickly do the guys from Dude Perfect get signed?
Do you get 3,000 tries?
Yeah, as long as they can edit the video out.
Yeah. Is that how it works?
Like 5 NBA teams, 6 NBA teams
Yeah.
signed Tanner, Chad, whatever the fuck their names are.
This is actually a good one, too. Ayton to have 20 points, 3 assists, 12 rebounds, and Phoenix to cover at minus 5.5. That's 32 to 1. I think that's
What
a
are those
pretty good
numbers
bet.
again? One more time.
Ayton has 20 points, 3 assists, 12 rebounds, and Phoenix wins and covers at minus 5.5.
Yeah, yes, that's a good one too.
I found this on it's not a parlay, but a head-to-head bet on players. I don't hate this because I think it could happen again in our blowout scenario, especially. Chris Paul versus Paul George for most points. Chris Paul's plus 375. Get the type of game where Chris Paul just hits everything from the elbow.
If you're going to do that, then I would take that over on. I would take the over on Chris Paul threes too, which I think is 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's fair.
Chris Paul usually only hits threes when the game matters. Like, that's the only time he ever takes them. I mean, if he's wide open, he'll shoot them, but usually he only shoots them when he knows he needs to.
Yeah.
I just like watching Chris Paul murder everyone from the mid-range like it's 1998. Like, just stops at the top of the key.
Is there an over-under on
when he was
the
drafted.
amount of
He's Karl
ball
Malone.
sacks that he hits?
The amount of...
Oh, dude.
What is he flicking people in the
He's
nuts?
a
He's
big nut puncher.
He's a dirty player. A lot of people don't know this, but Chris Paul's a fucking filthy player. I don't mind it.
The dirtiest player in all of professional sports is Manny Machado, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's a piece of shit.
Yes.
But he's like hurt you dirty.
Yeah.
Chris Paul is like annoy the shit out of you. Like,
Oh, yeah, just your boy nut tapping you, yeah.
there's a difference between nut tapping and like stomping on someone's ankle.
Or trying to throw a baseball bat at the pitcher's face,
Right.
for example.
Or who's the fucking
great.
asshole for Golden State who landed under Kawhi in that conference final?
Oh, what's that European fucker?
Yeah.
Not Vareo. Who is it?
I don't remember. He's a piece of shit though.
Oh,
and
I
that was
know
like
who
a
you're talking
clear.
I can see his stupid face in my head. Hold on.
That was like a clear, purposeful
Chris Paul
injury.
put all those fans at risk going into the crowd.
He did.
He's injured.
Zaza
countless-
Pachulia.
Yeah.
God,
that's
I fucking
that's
hate
right,
that guy.
dude. Old
Pachulia.
Zaza.
I hated that motherfucker. Yeah, he definitely tried to injure homeboy.
And succeeded.
Yeah. From the dirtiest player in basketball, we'll go to the dirtiest player in baseball. Is it Garrett Cole? Are we confirming that now, or what's the final verdict on that? I watched him pitch yesterday against the Red Sox, and the umpires were literally checking his hat and glove almost every single inning. What is the fucking story?
Well, it's hard to say if it's the fact that he can't use whatever he may have been using before, or if being checked every time is pissing him off and fucking with his head. You know what I mean?
Oh, and the
looked
managers are
pissed.
there. This rule is not being enforced on the bad faith rule.
No,
is
Joe.
not-
I feel like Joe Girardi should have been suspended right out of the gate for being the first guy to come out there and start taunting and using. He was clearly trying to weaponize the rule, right?
Yes.
I think he should have been suspended for like 30 games, to be honest.
Yes,
Because
it's-
if you make a rule like that and it's that important to the integrity of the game, if you allow people to immediately come out and start using it in a way it's not intended to be used, that has to be hammered immediately. Like, you can't fucking deal with that shit.
Yeah.
And Joe Girardi's always been kind of a cunt anyways, to be honest. So
Yeah, I mean, he's a catcher from the '90s. Of course, he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like he talks shit. He's a fucking dick. That's how he is. But like, yeah, I mean, it's bad faith. I mean, there's some suspicion, but I think fuck, if I just had to like pull a number out of my ass, I'd call 50% of the inspections bad faith.
yeah, I think they got to take a look at that soon. As far as Garrett Cole goes, I think time will tell. I mean, he's had 3 starts since they began all this shit. His strikeout numbers are 100% down. There's no question about that. He
He got rocked yesterday.
He went from averaging, I think, 8.5 strikeouts per start or something like that. Or, yeah, I think 8.5 per start. And he's got 4, 6, and 6 in his last 3 games against Toronto, who hits well, Kansas City, who doesn't, and in Boston, who
Fine.
doesn't really. I mean, they're middle of the pack.
Kansas City doesn't strike out a lot though.
They don't, but against him they have historically. Well, you never know, and it also just could be in people's heads. Maybe he has to grip the ball differently now, so it's fucking with him. It doesn't necessarily mean he won't figure it out at some point.
Well, the weird thing to me is baseball was already in trouble before this. Now, I mean, this is on TV. So it's not like it's behind the scenes and they're kind of checking this out. They're just doing this live on TV where it's just like, all right, give me your fucking hat and glove. Let's just make sure that you got nothing on you. They feel like fucking prisoners.
Yeah, that whole situation with Max Scherzer
Taking his pants off.
was pretty. I think every pitcher should do that every single time.
Yeah, Sergio Romo did it the same day as well.
Yeah.
He actually took him down further than Scherzer did,
Yeah.
and the umpire's like, "Come on, man, I don't want to do this." Like,
It's true.
just
Make
fuck-
them play naked.
Yeah.
Why are they taking their pants off?
Well, they have to open their belt.
Yeah, they
Oh,
have to
like-
show
like
you the
TSA.
inside. You have to turn. You don't have to actually undo the belt, I think, but you have to turn it inside out. So it's like fuck you and start taking their clothes off.
Yeah,
No shit.
And I don't blame them, to be honest. I think
I don't
this
either.
is all fucking stupid.
there was one bust though.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Hector Santiago.
The
of
guy
the
says he
Mariners.
only used
Rosin. Yeah.
right? Which I don't know how the umpire is going to be able to tell the difference between that. So you can, if a pitcher is standing there, and he grabs the rosin bag, and they'll dust their entire. If it's like a humid day, they'll dust their entire forearm so sweat doesn't drip down into their palm.
Yeah.
Because baseball pants aren't wicking. You can't. It's like some kind of polyester shit, right?
Yeah.
If you've ever played baseball before, you know if your hands are wet, you can't just rub them on your pants and get it dry.
That
doesn't work.
I don't have any sympathy for the players there. Play in wool like the old days.
Yeah, that's fine if you want people having heat strokes all the time. I mean, most teams play indoors anyways, right? Maybe not most, but a lot of them do.
It's like
They
probably
should.
10, maybe.
The Rays.
The Rays, and then
Great
you have like
stadium.
the Mariners who
Yeah,
have a
the best
retractable
stadium.
roof, but it's for rain, not
Yeah.
for heat.
You hit like one of the poles and it's a double.
Yep. Yeah,
Great.
that's one of the worst stadiums I've ever been in my life.
And it's not even that old.
No. No. And they're
Well,
going to keep that going.
I don't know what's going to happen to all this, to be honest. I mean,
It's kind of like, so part of me wants to be like, well, like it's stupid, but it's like a controversial storyline, and that's always good for sports. But this is like a WWE storyline that no one likes, that like the rednecks are annoyed by, and they're like, come on, like put on the next match, like when Kurt Angle was like the champion and everyone just hated him. Like this is
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
you a big Greco guy.
Yeah, he won an Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck, Rob.
I'm not talking about that one.
well, he doesn't really have a neck.
No.
Yeah, how can you break it?
But speaking of winning medals, let's move on to this next one. This hammer throw lady.
Oh,
is
yeah,
now,
the hammer toss.
she was upset that they played the national anthem while she was on the podium,
She said it was deliberate.
as she was receiving a medal on behalf of her country. I gotta tell you, if you hate the country that much, then get the fuck out, or don't go represent it. Like, why would you do that? That's like taking
I
a job at
don't know.
Walmart and standing up at the front. Welcome to Walmart. This place sucks.
Yeah.
Like, they would fire you immediately. The U.S. Olympic Committee has to stop this shit. The idea that you can go protest on the international stage about your country as you're representing it, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Why would that be okay?
Well, so there is rules in place for that. So they have not.
You can
said-
kneel for the flag. You can fucking kneel for the anthem. You can do whatever you want. You can fucking raise your fist. You can wear BLM shit. You can do whatever you want. There are no rules.
Well, here's the thing. They said when they get there over to Japan for the Olympic Games, there is rules in place.
Oh no, Japan has national rules. You aren't allowed to disrespect the flag of a country while in Japan. You'll get arrested for that. So if any of these stupid assholes try to kneel for the flag or do that shit over there, they're gonna get arrested. Which will be hilarious.
My
By the way,
thing is
also they'll get a quick lesson in the Japanese justice system is actually like kind of mean.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Singapore, but it's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
It's
Like
swift.
It's there's no like it's swift and it's there's not a lot of like you can't go in there and be like, look, like she's got great grades and like she's obviously like a contributor, like the way I would get out of an MIP or something like that.
Sure.
It wasn't the grades excuse, but it would be like something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just like you did that punishment done.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's,
you're gonna get your hands cut off. That's what they do over there, right? They cut your hands off.
that was pre-war actually.
You get caned.
No, you seppuku yourself.
Yeah.
Seppuku.
Well, the good news is this. I don't think homegirl's gonna place, so it doesn't.
Well,
really
she won the
matter
bronze
anyways.
in the national part, but
Yeah, but for the United States.
Yeah.
So look, you're going up against the world.
no,
don't
I
think
hope
she's gonna make
I
the
actually
final
hope she
stage.
does. I don't really care. It doesn't like I'm not gonna be up at night worried about some fucking retard that doesn't know the difference between actual fascism and what's happening in America. Like that person's opinion means literally nothing to me.
Right.
I mean, it's irritating that the Olympic Committee would allow her to do it because all it does is make more stupid people get platform. I don't care about the message. The message is bankrupt as it is. My problem is that more people will be given the opportunity to be that stupid in public without any kind of consequences, and that's bad for the country. I don't care about the fucking images or any of that shit. But would be funny to see her get lit the fuck up by Japanese security.
That'd be great.
I mean, it would just be fun because then you could see what a heavy-handed government really looks like.
Oh yeah.
Fuck face.
Yeah. Go to Japan for a little bit.
Go to
check
Iran
that
and
out.
burn their flag, and then tell them you don't want to fucking live in America, you stupid bitch.
Go to Iran and drive as a woman over there. Just expose your
I
face.
think their ladies can drive.
Yeah, I
Are
think
they allowed
so.
to now?
Yeah, they're pretty Western.
Good for
Or at
them.
least
That's
they were.
Saudi,
They were in
Saudi
the
Arabia
60s,
is
yeah.
the one where.
Well, September of 2019, Saudi Arabia made it legal.
Ah, good for
For
them.
women to
Did they
drive.
keep it legal though? I thought it was kind of like a
Never too
toe in
late.
the water.
Yeah, I mean, so Uber is owned. I think 30% of Uber is owned by the Saudi government, something like that.
Nice.
So they had to do something.
Yeah. I like to support companies like that.
Yeah, who doesn't? Who doesn't?
This French game's going into a shootout.
Yeah, speaking of which, Giorgio, what is this, by the way? We know
This Euro.
Delco Dan lost a lot of money on it earlier.
Yeah, Dan went ahead and unfortunately bet on France winning in regulation time, which they were up 3-1 with 10 minutes left to play. Switzerland came back and tied it 3-3. Almost won it in extra time. France really holding on by the skin of their teeth, and now we are in a penalty shootout. France is the team favored to win this competition as well, winner of the last World Cup.
Ah, gotcha.
Go Switzerland at this point.
A lot of people are having problems with a latency issue on YouTube, Giorgio. Is that our side or is that YouTube and their hatred for Philadelphia? Anything
nice shot.
every time we talk about Ben Simmons, they hate it.
Yeah, they're really anti Ben Simmons. I can call someone after the stream.
Are
No, I didn't know if we were up too high or whatever.
No, they're
No.
pro Ben Simmons if
If he gets traded.
What if they're just anti Ben Simmons content? Like
Yeah.
they're just like, I don't want to listen to. I don't want to hear about him anymore. I don't care about what he does.
Maybe
or
he
doesn't.
should go play in China like Stephon Marbury.
Dude, Marbury made some fucking money doing
Bank.
that.
He was making like 24 mil a year.
Oh,
over
dude,
there.
that's great.
And his shoes, the Starberries, fucking crushed over there.
he could just go home.
He set
to
the
Australia.
stage. He set the stage for Steph Curry to become the first billion-dollar brand athlete other than Jordan, right?
Man, you put
I think
him,
LeBron's
Jimmer
close.
Fredette,
Is
Well,
he
no,
going to do it before
so,
KD?
so
Trae Young over there.
Steph Curry's. I'm not talking about the revenue he's earned. I'm talking about the value of his brand for the parent company for Under Armour. He was valued at the time at $12 billion just for him, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
What do we got here in the shootout, Giorgio?
Looks like
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, it's 1-1. Everybody's gone once. France has got the last shot. I don't know if they're considered the home team here.
Do we think penalty kicks are too easy?
Yes. Did you play as a child? Did you play soccer as a child at all?
I did.
Briefly.
Yeah, I played into high school. Yes, if you miss a penalty shot, it is all on you and no one
What if
else.
it gets saved?
See, but that's what makes them sometimes a little difficult.
Yeah.
You just psych yourself the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah, you as a goalkeeper, you're trying to guess for sure.
right or left? Yeah,
Either way, and then but react right or left as late as possible and give the shooter less time to react himself.
He's going left.
You think he's going left here?
Oh, he went right,
Oh, he
George.
went right, Giorgio.
And he scored. Go
The one
Switzerland
thing,
at this point.
the one thing that drives me insane when I watch free kicks, by the way, is anyone who keeps it on the ground is a fucking asshole. Like even remotely at like hip level.
Yep.
Anything that just allows the goalie like to use more of his body is a fucking dick, and it drives me nuts. Like when I used to play goalie in like just rec soccer leagues, and anytime someone would keep it low, I'd be like, thank you. I can use my legs. I can use my whole fucking
But
body.
if you go high as the shooter, that's when you have the biggest chance of missing because you're gonna go high of the goalpost. So it's a tough one.
Stepping up now, Olivier Giroud, former Arsenal player, current Chelsea player,
Yeah,
striker.
He's a traitor.
number
is what you're saying.
number 2 in France's all-time goal scorer list. Beyond Thierry Henry.
got
he
it. Look
slots
at
it
that.
home.
Oh, I found an
Look at
alternate
that.
line on my bookie for this Suns game. Minus 12.5. Suns, it's plus 240.
Like
Oh shit! I'll
that's pretty
take that.
That's
take
pretty
that.
high.
I'll sit with you and make a bunch
12
of
and
these
a
weird
half is
bets
pretty
tonight.
high.
I'm gonna.
I
do
would
it
go
just to
like
do it.
9.5 to 10.5,
Yeah.
but man, 12.5 is.
And where can they find that at?
MyBookie.com.
baby.
Promo code Drinkin Bros will get you half that deposit back right now. Double in the fall, by the way, when NFL season is back, only a couple months away from that. Also, we want to tell the audience, we just found out today we will be in Vegas for the McGregor fights. So we'll try to do a meetup there.
Wow. Okay. I guess I just don't have a baby
There it
shower.
is. There
Yeah.
it is.
Wow.
So,
What a card.
So Bob's...
You really don't. I don't know why you decided to schedule it on that day or even
Yeah,
send
how
out
do you
invitations.
not schedule around Conor McGregor? Come on.
What do you think? I'm like walking around my house. And I'm like, babe, what the fuck? This is a fucking McGregor fight.
Yes. Yes, Rob. Exactly.
You made the schedule.
You did it, but you know the sports schedule. You made it for our calendar. You knew McGregor was fighting that night.
I didn't know we were
Did you know that
going to
Wonder Boy and Sean O'Malley were on
didn't
that
know we were
card? Because
going
I
to.
did not.
Dude, my fucking baby moon made me miss one thing, but this kid is fucking up my life, and he's now out. It's a good preview for the rest.
It
of
is, because you're not going to get to do anything.
Yeah,
And it's fun.
that's cool.
It's a fun thing. So we'll be in Vegas. Dan and I usually meet up with everybody at Nine Fine Irishmen at one point, usually Friday. And maybe we'll pregame there Saturday before the fight. I don't know where we're doing.
We'll
those
see. We might
shows
go
from.
back out to that race car place Saturday if Chuck wants to go.
Do a little. Can we film there? Can we call ahead?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want there.
The prelims are stacked too. I think Kevin Lee got injured, so he's off the card now. I think he was supposed to fight Sean Brady.
It's not going to affect the price. I can tell you that. These are the craziest, highest price tickets I've ever seen for a normal non-champion, because there's no championship belts on the line.
Zero. I've never seen a pay-per-view with
And it's
no title belts.
Lowers, by the way. If you're going to drinkinbrostickets.com, which is fully open for every single sport, anything you want, lowers are like $1,800. Look, it's an aftermarket site, but Jesus Christ, dude.
Isn't that how sports should be, though? You know, everyone's just having fun. Win, lose, it doesn't matter.
Ross,
Everyone's just here for a good time.
do I film the Drinkin' Bros porno while in Vegas?
Wow, you could.
Oh, we almost got a
Like legally?
Yeah, legally you could. You go out to the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah.
I've been saying for a
It's
while that we
expensive.
need to send Giorgio to a Vegas prosto, or not Vegas because it's actually illegal there, but a
Outside of
Nevada
Vegas.
prosto,
Yeah.
and have him review it.
I would love to do that. I would love to do a full Yelp review. Oh, Laura's
For
got a hand in
Patreon?
that. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Like maybe sit down to it. Make one of you interview her after.
Yeah, how Giorgio was too, and he is important to
So
know.
2 issues with it. It's about an hour outside of Vegas.
Okay.
It really is a hike. 1, 2. It's expensive, man. I don't know why those fucking whores girls are so expensive there, but it is expensive. So.
You know, we're already out there. You know, the tickets were expensive. It's an expensive trip. You know,
We just got to get hot at the blackjack table.
I'm not sure what we tell our CPA about that particular expense.
Yeah, how do we chalk that up for a Giorgio win?
Ooh,
guest interview.
Isn't that the whole point of content, right? You can write off anything.
It is. If we could film you fucking her, that'd be great.
Well, I would like
content.
that. I think that was the whole point of it, right?
Yeah, we could put up our own Pornhub account.
I feel like we have to do this maybe like off of Craigslist or something, not necessarily the
Oh,
normal
3
channels.
roses. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you just want a prostitute in Vegas then?
But to film it and make it okay, you know, so for me to morally so like,
Yeah.
I need to morally justify this.
morally,
And-
who, according to whose morals?
Yeah. Who's morals?
My own personal ones that I made up eventually.
Yeah, no one, especially the company, gives a fuck about your moral
yeah,
compass.
plus
all
you
right?
move your moral goalposts
Yeah.
pretty regularly.
Look, I need an excuse to fuck a prosty in Vegas, and I think doing it for the company and or one of the tiers and making a podcast about it is the only way to do so.
Oh boy.
All right.
We'll discuss it. We'll figure it out.
We'll put it in the. We'll put
Giorgio
it. Yeah.
just wants to use his penis altruistically. for the
Switzerland
company.
made all 5 on the original shootout here. France is up next.
So it's sudden death. That guy's going
It'll
bald
go
real
to,
weird.
It'll go to sudden death after this, yeah.
When you're going bald that early, that hurts.
Well, it's not even that early. It's just the way he's going bald. It's just
No.
like thinning evenly everywhere.
Yeah. Same with this guy here. That's why he's got that hat on backwards. Can tell.
Europeans
what
and
should you
baseball hats
use?
always weirds me out.
Like when you find yourself going bald.
Keeps.com/drinkingbros.
I think it was Revolution, wasn't it, or both? Either one.
Both.
Buy 2 sets of
What's this
Keeps.
big miss right here?
Mbappe.
Kylian Mbappe. Oh, gets it saved! Oh my God! France just blew it. Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
the
Is that it?
favorites
That's a
for the
win.
they're
That's
out.
it, right?
They're out. Switzerland just beat
Switzerland
France.
just won.
The goalie didn't even know.
He was like, was that everything?
What were those live lines? It must have been like 2,000 to 1.
When they're down 3-1, yeah.
Oh
it's
my God! This
probably
is
200
what.
to 1.
Oh God, yeah.
He
This is,
blew it, dude.
That was
Wow.
That was shocking.
France is out. France is out,
was
ladies
pretty
and
French.
gentlemen.
Holy shit.
Look at this.
Goodness.
Oh no, they're gonna
They're showing-
crucify Mbappe.
That's pretty
Frenchmen in
wild
their
right there.
Natural state.
Did not expect that.
3-1, they were down.
Jesus Christ.
wow.
83rd minute. Look at Rodney Dangerfield's their coach for Switzerland. That's a nice thing. I like how this turned into a live watch only because you sucked us into a shitty bet. Luckily, we didn't bet. It was just you.
Yeah.
Now that we're
That's a collapse, right?
but now that we're all over with this, does it make you happier once you've already lost your bet that the other team just has? Yeah.
Ross, what do you mean all over? That was the round of 16. We've got a lot of Euros left.
No, not that. I meant today. So when he bet on this earlier, it was minus 175. That's not a great.
He really thought it was for sure money.
Yeah.
A lot of people did.
Well, and then everyone did.
They were also
3-1.
up 3-1.
Yeah. And
10
now
minutes.
that's all over.
10 minutes.
Now that's all over. Next up, the WNBA is reporting 99% of its league's players are
Who's the
fully
1%?
vaccinated. Who is it?
Who is it?
Who is
Brittany
it?
Griner?
You got to think it's Brittany Griner.
Why is she anti-vax or something?
She's just any controversy in the WNBA. I feel like it's Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
Like she's dirty. She's been accused of domestic violence.
Dirty, like a dirty player?
Yeah. Dirty player. Like dirty player accused of domestic violence. I mean, it's just, it feels like a Brittany Griner thing.
Yeah.
Went to Baylor.
Oof. Everybody knows what happens with people that go into Baylor.
It's just it's a perfect storm.
It is. It's also one that we're not willing to talk about anymore. So we just don't care about the WNBA.
Just the Brittany Griner minute.
No, just don't. Doesn't matter. But every week I'm going to bring up a WNBA story, and then never ever expand on it ever again. What I will expand on is NHL finals are set. We've got Tampa Bay Lightning against the Montreal.
Nick.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Canadians.
Yeah.
The Habs.
Are we ready for Nick's minute? Nick just got here. Come sit on my lap, Nick.
It's your
come
time
in.
to shine, Nick.
Hockey minute.
It's your time
Come
to shine.
on, Nick, coming on down. Come on, Nick, coming on down. Sitting in my lap.
There it is.
All right, we're starting.
Yeah. Turn the camera on. There it is.
Yay.
There it is.
Look at that teddy bear.
Shrink down. There it is, Nick.
You're
Find
7
the
seconds
camera.
in, and you should probably talk.
Okay.
Find the
so, I mean, as everybody knows, it's the Canadians and Tampa. Tampa's going to take this in 6. I hate to say that. Canadians are going to win a couple in Montreal, but I don't think it's going to go past 6.
Is it going to be that crazy crowd?
Yeah, Tampa's.
No, I meant Montreal's.
Montreal has
What,
3,500
there's
people.
like 5 people in this?
Yeah,
arena?
Yeah,
Montreal's
like-
only allowed to have 3,500 people in their stadium.
That's basically like Cameron Indoor, but the arena is fucking 10 times that size.
Right.
Exactly.
Tampa actually shows up for their Lightning, though.
Do they really?
Well, certainly
yeah,
in the playoffs.
their stadium's almost sold out every game in the playoffs so far.
Great. Who's their best player?
They got a lot. Stamkos is going to be somebody to watch out for, though.
Great, Nick. This was awesome.
Stamkos
player,
is
yeah,
one of the
that's
better
a minute.
puck
Nick,
handlers in
you
the last
really
decade.
filled up
minute.
that was a full minute of you catching your breath for about 40 seconds. And then maybe 18 seconds worth of commentary. You
And
can
it told
only
us,
get
watch
that
out for
here.
Stamkos, one of the best players in the NHL.
My lap is really sweaty now. Like really, really sweaty.
That was the best 18 minutes or 18 seconds in sports commentary, really.
My life.
I think everyone knows more about hockey now, personally.
Tampa Bay is at -1.5. They're
Yeah, that's a huge fucking spread tonight on this game.
Yeah,
That-
so if you're,
that's plus 145.
that means they think Tampa's going to win by 2 goals tonight.
Well,
pretty
that's-
much, if
that-
you think the Canadians are going to win, you think Price is going to steal a game as a hot
yeah.
goalie.
He
Right.
might though, and that happens a lot in hockey. You get a hot goalie and shit goes tits up. I mean, if I probably wouldn't bet this one, but if Price looks good tonight, I'll probably bet that next one just because the odds are going to be really good because it's in Tampa Bay.
I'm just pissed off Vegas isn't there.
Nick, how much better is Tampa Bay than Vegas?
He's gone. It's
No.
the
Just
hockey
quality
minute
of
is
team.
already
Hockey
over.
minute's
No,
over.
it's
They
over. It's over.
They play a different kind of hockey.
Okay, because I want to know how. Okay.
Nick is saying
'Cause I
Vegas
want
is
to
a
know
lot
how
older. But
overwhelmed potentially the Canadians would be by because Tampa Bay is fucking like they're like a super team. I mean, they're fucking awesome. They're about as good of a hockey team as there's been in the last like 20, 25 years. They won the point. I think they set the modern points record 2 years ago when they got swept in the first round. But then they won the Stanley Cup last year, and now they're back into this year. Like,
Saw a tweet from you earlier. What do you consider warm weather hockey teams? What's the line?
oh yeah, I'm very anti warm weather hockey teams.
What's the line?
What's the line?
Mason Dixon or no?
You need to. Your
Because
city
you're a
needs to.
St. Louis Blues fan.
St. Louis has all 4 seasons. We get snow every year. What are you talking about? Like, there's legitimately winter there. I'm talking like Miami, Arizona, Tampa Bay, Even
LA?
Atlanta back in the day, I think, is a little southern.
Oh,
for
I
me.
got so bored
Thrashers.
talking about hockey that I started shooting our employees.
Go Thrashers.
That's fair.
So let's talk about
R.I.P.
something else.
Thrashers.
The Kings, obviously.
I think there should be Queens. Why isn't there a Queens in the NBA, WNBA?
Well, there was in Sacramento.
No.
Yeah.
No, that was a joke against the team. That's what Shaq called.
That's
the Kings.
welcome to the WNBA, my man. That whole fucking league is a joke. I'm not doing anything about this shit. I'm not even gonna fucking pretend in this one.
It's really going to prevent you from watching.
Yeah. How is that a league? How can they afford to even play?
They can't. They've been subsidized by the NBA for years. They've been in the red for years. They've never made a single dollar.
Is
Not
that true?
Yes. They haven't made $1. Not yet. So if you walk into a business and you see a framed dollar on the wall, the WNBA doesn't have that.
Okay.
Nor will they ever.
Yeah, there's only a few female sports that'll actually ever be watchable, and it's tennis.
Yeah. Football, soccer, whatever.
Yeah. Which will
Maybe,
bring
I mean,
us.
maybe one day
It's
the-
not golf.
It might be.
It's not.
We just got
Too many
a 20.
Asians.
No, we just got a American blonde 22-year-old that just won a major.
Yeah, but women
Nelly
don't give
Korda.
it. The only
And she's kind of attractive.
the only people that are going to watch golf are dudes, and it's got to be a super hot chick playing it.
Yes.
Otherwise, they're not going to watch it.
When Asians took over the LPGA, and they didn't speak
Best
English.
player in the world right
couldn't-
now is an American blonde,
What's her name?
Nelly Korda.
Nelly Korda.
Yeah,
How hot is she?
she's pretty attractive.
Okay. I mean, you're not real firm there, so.
I don't care about any of this.
What I care about is I enjoy the PGA. Yesterday was an 8-hole playoff.
Yeah, longest since or tied the longest playoff streak since 1949.
How did each hole were they parring everything?
They
Were
parred
breaking?
everything
Hard,
until the end.
Everything until the end, and then homeboy hit a
Harris
decent.
English.
Yeah, I have
birdie putt.
I have a Q theory on this one. Don't
Okay.
believe in QAnon unless it involves the PGA. I think you had two shitty, non-famous golfers who just wanted. I think they agreed beforehand of like, hey, if we just keep playing, it'll just be the two of us on television for 3 hours.
I feel like if golf were easy enough where you could predict the outcome of each hole like that, more people would be good at it.
Well, yeah, this was Hickok's probably only chance he'll ever win an event ever.
Ever.
So he'll never get this again. He lost. Harris English, second win of the season. Former UGA stud.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably going to be on the Ryder Cup team.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, it looks-
America's not
Was
doing that great.
third.
now.
No, we're loaded. He was third at the U.S. Open. He's been playing really well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why was it so boring yesterday? I mean, Jesus Christ.
The holes they pick. If they went to 15, that would have been cool because it's that drivable par 4.
All right.
A lot more
Life is all
options.
about picking the right holes.
It is.
18's kind of boring.
No, 18 in my experience is not boring at all.
What's the next major coming up? Is it the British Open?
British Open.
When is it?
It's the week after the Conor fight.
Oh, shit. Are you going to throw any money on it in Vegas?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. We knew you couldn't stop doing that.
Just gives me like an opportunity to go back to Vegas if I win.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And then obviously we're going to be covering all the fights from Vegas. Hopefully get John Anik back on the show, Chuck Liddell. Get some picks going here because I'm betting a lot of money on that card. Now that we're going, that once I'm there and it's in front of my fucking ball sack, like, dude, I'll bet all of the money just because I want that fucking juice on it. You know?
Well, it's easy. You just walk over to MGM, see what everybody's doing there. You can follow if you just watch the board, you can follow their live trends about how people are betting to see how the line shifts there locally at MGM.
Yeah.
And that's all the proxy bettors from around the country. So it's not diluted by like random fucking we don't know, but we know this guy's name bettors. It's like professionals betting there on that day, and you can see how that line's going. You really get a sense of what people who know what they're talking about are thinking or what they're hearing from like their sources and stuff like that. Then I go on my bookie from MGM's waiting room and do my bets there. Done that a bunch of times.
Type it all in because there's casinos that are higher end that have shittier odds just because of who they are.
Yeah.
Like the Bellagio. The Bellagio always has the worst fucking odds, dude. It's always a half a point higher because everybody's fucking richer there.
Because they're hedging too. They don't want to fucking. I mean, you can bet against whales out there if you'd like.
Yeah. The Venetian's not great to bet at either, sports wise.
Their sports book is small.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
tiny.
circus.
Great. Shit. There was a place next door called the Westward Ho where it was
How's
written.
Excalibur?
It was written down on like paper and in a chalkboard, and you could just go. And I was like, "What the fuck? You guys don't have a digital thing?" And they were like, "No, no need." And I was like, "Yeah." I mean, that's the real people, the real salt of the earth. people down there. And you're getting some odds that you would never get anywhere else, where it's just like, holy shit. I mean, disgusting shit. And there's a place right next, I don't know what I think they knocked that one down too, right next to the Westward Ho, called the Star something, Stardust maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get into some fucking horrific odds down there, and it was great. But the bigger casinos like Bellagio and those guys suck. Dan's right. Go to the MGM if you want to find out where people are betting around the world. However, I just don't want to get a fucking room there. So, take a cab down there, make some bets, and then fucking jack off into space.
Yeah, but you can walk over. I mean, MGM or New York, you can easily walk to T-Mobile. So
Yep.
I always stop at MGM before the fight to see what the lines have been doing that day.
Yeah, and join us. It's Nine Fine Irishmen. We'll put a post up in Drinkin' Bros Sports, which is our private Facebook group. Join if you're not joined already there. And I'm going to sit with you and make some of these fucking wild-ass bets here on my bookie and figure that out. Are you guys doing a head-to-head blackjack before we go?
I don't know. Sure.
I'd like to see you and Rob go at it from your shows to figure out who the best is there.
Okay.
My money's on Rob. Are we allowed to bet on you?
Wouldn't poker be more strategic and better indicator of who's a
I think
gambler?
blackjack for the audience would be faster.
Yeah.
You want to know.
What about war?
I wish. You can't do war in my bookie, can you?
I don't know. They should.
It'd be great if you could. Be fucking awesome if you could, but I don't think you can. Look, it'd be fucking awesome if the Hawks came
you
back.
can bet on our betting.
It'd be rad, dude. That's the future. If you can just bet on other people playing live in front of your face, that'd be fucking great.
We can arrange that.
Non-professionals.
No, we can arrange that. Our old company did that with mybookie.ag.
No shit?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I think we're going to do some casino stuff through MyBookie.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
former podcast producer got into a exhibition against a Bellator fighter, and we had odds for that.
No
thanks
fucking
to
way.
mybookie.ag.
Man, look at that.
So we just got to create stuff and then just call them.
Yeah. And just hit them up. All right.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm all in. And then I got to book reservations here for Vegas coming up. Last thing I want to ask you guys about is the Home Run Derby is now in Colorado. That'll at least add something to it here. Trevor Story just signed on, the shortstop for the Rockies.
No.
If they break any records, is it kind of like
Tainted?
yeah?
I mean, honestly, for one, they'll probably not use humidified balls for the home run derby.
Maybe not. Yeah, I mean, the point is to get as many out of there as possible. And to be honest, who's got the record now? Is it
Bobby Abreu?
Abreu did for a while, but didn't Bryce Harper beat his record or some shit?
Josh Hamilton?
Josh Hamilton had it, yeah. And then
But he didn't win, right?
No, he lost to Abreu, didn't
Because
he?
it's by runs.
Hamilton won 1 year though.
Yeah, but the year he went off, he lost to
Correct. He got
Matt-
exhausted.
Who's the Twins' first baseman?
So
Monroe.
actually, Vlad Guerrero Jr. hit 91 home runs in 2019. That's the most for a single derby. But Pete Alonso has the record for most total home runs by a winner. Or I'm sorry, the most total home runs by a winner is 61 by Stanton. Because it's not just pure volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hit like 40 in the first round and then lose
Right.
in the second.
Otani's in this though, so I'm in. I'll watch this.
To be honest, I'll probably take Otani.
I think so too. I think that's-
But I don't think they have the full lineup set out yet, right? Usually there's 8 players. I've only seen 4 or 5.
Otani's in there. Pete Alonso is in there. Trey Mancini
Trevor
for Baltimore is in there. Trevor Story is in there.
Like Acuna is always a threat in those if he decides to do it because he goes to the opposite field and hits home runs as well. The problem is that he doesn't really take it seriously.
Yeah.
in my
he'll
opinion.
kind of just dick around.
Yeah, like he just likes to see how far he can hit the ball. He doesn't really care if he wins the competition or not. I could see Vlad is out. He decided not to do it. Tatis is out.
Tatis is out.
He's not going to do it.
Look, if Otani wins, it's a great story. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
It would be interesting for him to win the home run derby and then start the All-Star game.
Fuck yeah.
But whatever. As far as it being in Colorado, it's definitely going to have an effect. I mean, I don't know what kind of effect it's going to have. The hometown guy wins every now and again, just because they know the park better or maybe they're more comfortable there. But Trevor Story's not winning this. There's no goddamn way.
No,
a shortstop.
Otani and Alonso are the smart money, and I do kind of like Mancini as the annoying. Oh, that guy won. Like, who gives a shit?
The only thing I would say against Otani is that he goes to center a lot more. He doesn't pull the ball as much as Alonso, and Colorado, regardless of it being the Mile High Stadium, that center field is pretty deep.
Deep.
You know,
Well, doesn't he? I thought he pulls the ball a lot, and
He
they
does
do have
pull a
a short.
lot.
They do have a pretty short porch out there.
They have. There's both. I mean, they're not particularly short. I think left field is like 353 or
It's
something like
no,
that.
but right field.
Right field's a little shorter, but
Yeah.
it's. He's hit a lot of his home runs at center field.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if he would do that. I've never seen him take batting practice. I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, me-
If we could find tape on Ohtani in a fucking competition, I would love to see it.
The government has it.
Yeah.
Last question: does he pitch to himself?
Just kind of lobs it to himself.
Yeah, during the home run
If I
derby.
had
Has to.
if I had to bet on one person
Yeah, it'd be him.
to do it, yeah,
It'd be him. Bob, you're getting out of here to get a new car for your baby.
I am.
now. What are you getting?
GMC Terrain.
I don't think babies are supposed to drive.
All right.
Well, this is America, and I will do what I want.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Join us next Monday for the recap show. We'll probably try to go a little earlier next time.
No.
Maybe 15, 20 minutes earlier. We'll see. We'll see how we feel. For D'Anthony and Hollaway, Delco Dan, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday morning recap. Good morning, everyone.